Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-8888-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Barry the Boater, and tapping in for Mike the Mariner. We got Joe from Motor City Boat Works with us today. Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Happy New Year. It's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah. Well, we had the holidays. We had a New Year to get through. You know,
Right.
you're restoring boats on your YouTube channel, Motor
right
City
now.
Boatworks.com. Works spelled W-E-R-K-S, by the way. And
I'm
look
trying
up
to stay
stuff.
warm right now. We're like
Yeah.
buried under snow. It's 23 degrees outside.
Well, I'm looking at the temp. We got 73 here in Orlando, which
It's terrible.
it's jacket weather, and that's just too much for us to handle.
I'm so
He's like, you
Jealous.
son of a, yeah. But yeah, it's it is getting kind of chilly here.
It's 80 degrees here.
Yeah, but at night
Jesus.
it's like we got a freeze warning or something happening the next night or two, so it's getting down into the 30s at night.
Who, you?
Yeah.
It's going to be 64 here tonight.
Well,
So too
man.
bad for you.
yeah. Well, it's coming your way down there in South Florida. It hits Orlando, then it goes down to Barrie, and then the
Nah,
iguanas
it's not
start
gonna be
falling
there.
out of the trees.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make them easier
They
for
made
target
national news.
practice,
Oh,
by the way?
Target
or-
practice. Are you kidding? You pick them up and just
Oh, I
put
thought
a hook
you.
in them and then go fishing with them.
Well, I thought
Use
you
them for bait.
do. Well, I thought you like shooting them with your pellet gun
Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
Well,
but
it's not. I like shooting them. I just don't like them digging holes in my property.
yeah, you don't like the whole
And ask our friend Walt how many times they try to dig holes in his seawall.
right. So you go over
Yeah.
there with your pellet gun and take them out. But when they're
Oh,
frozen,
Walt does that.
they just
Yeah,
fall
when they're
out of the
frozen, it's
tree.
easy. Yeah.
And I mean, you don't shoot them, or you just like let them fall and then take them. I mean, do you not make it easier on your lack of aim and bad eyesight,
My lack
Barry?
of aim.
How big are these things?
They're
They
like-
can get 4 feet.
yeah, they're
Oh,
like
you
a
got- you
miniature.
I had one in
Godzilla.
college. I had a pet iguana in college.
Oh
and
no,
that
these
thing
are
got-
massive.
That thing got big.
Well,
like,
they
Yeah.
you
start
get
out
4 feet.
They
small.
Yeah,
well,
I-
like
they-
most
they-
things.
He's a little tiny
Yeah.
thing about this big, and then
Yeah.
eventually he got to pretty good size.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
ones down in South Florida now, we don't have them in Orlando yet, but I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they're coming there.
yeah, whatever.
I've
but
been looking at the
they can
maps.
get up to like 4 or 5 feet long.
Yeah,
I mean, they are
Jeez.
massive.
yeah,
some
they
of
look
these
like
things.
little dinosaurs, and the big
Yeah.
ones are a little bit harder. You got to have a pellet rifle
Godzilla!
almost to shoot them
Yeah.
because they got a hard head.
Mhm.
Are they considered pests?
Oh
Or
yeah, they're considered invasive species.
So
I mean,
Barry,
they-
in his hobby time outside of boating, he likes to take out his pellet gun and go on target practice, don't you, Barry?
Oh, my neighbors call me and they ask
Right.
me that they're outside by their backyard, pooping in their pool or on the deck there. So I go out there and take them out.
Yeah. And then, so he's like the iguana eater or something. I don't know.
Oh, there are people that they'll take you out. They'll take you out on an airboat, give you an air rifle, said, here, hunt away.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
mean, the state wants them out because that's what's happening is they started out in Hialeah in South Miami a long time ago, and they've been slowly moving north.
yeah.
That's why I know. I've looked on the maps.
Well-
They have them in Collier County. They
Well,
have them north.
iguana poop is very corrosive to boat finishes, isn't it, Barry?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? Sure it is.
My boat doesn't get iguanas
Well,
on
not
'em. It's
yours,
inside. Like
but-
look at Joe's boat. It's beautiful inside there.
Yeah, he doesn't want iguana poop on that.
No,
You-
he doesn't.
you'd
as
have
soon
to
as you get an iguana
wash it
poop,
off
he'll be out
immediately.
there. No, he'll be there with an axe chopping them up.
No, it sounds like he would just wrangle it up and turn it into his next pet, which, I mean,
Yeah.
I would imagine there's some people doing that, Joe, down there in South Florida, some of the more wackier ones in Barrie,
Yeah,
but I
Barry,
don't know.
do you ever like catch them and like have them fight each other?
No,
Cock-
no,
like
no.
cockfighting.
No, no.
And you bet
That's
on
only
'em?
in other parts of South Florida do they do that. But there are
okay.
people that eat them.
Yeah. Actually, in the
Yeah,
Caribbean,
they
they're
call it.
a
Yeah, they call
delicacy.
it tree chicken or something
Yeah,
like
Caribbean
that.
chicken.
Tree chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because
absolutely.
they live in the trees.
Yeah.
But what happens is that the cold weather slows them down. They hide up in the trees at night, and
Right.
if it gets to a certain temperature, they just lose their grip and fall down.
Yeah, they freeze.
Sometimes, yeah. Well,
And
I don't think they completely freeze, but
they
they
lose
require
control
sunlight.
of their motor skills and just fall right out of the tree
And
or
fall
something.
and just lay there. Sometimes they recover. Sometimes they get run over.
Yeah,
If there's a street there,
they
so.
get cryogenically preserved after a certain temp, so they can't take the cold weather. Unlike Barry,
There was someone down here
odor.
that he was in the news. He took out one of those hair dryers and an extension cord and warmed one back up. And I said, "No, you're not supposed to do that.
it's alive. It's alive.
Yeah, you're not supposed to save them.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get rid of them. They're really bad for our environment."
Yeah.
down
What do
here.
they eat, by the way? I mean, what makes them
They
so
eat?
gross?
They eat a lot of the plants.
Right, but I'm wondering, like, their scat that gets on boats. I mean, we've talked about that before. It's nasty stuff. It's like,
Well, I think any poop that you get on boat is not good. But
yeah. Well,
they they have very sharp nails, so they'll scratch up your gel coat.
mm,
They love to dig. They dig when the females want to lay eggs, and they can lay a clutch of 20 to 45, 50 eggs.
wow.
When I find a hole, I will get my gloves on and dig it out till I find the eggs and destroy them.
How big is the hole? What does it look like? Like a chipmunk hole?
It's about 8 inches in diameter, but
Yeah.
it goes
Oh.
deep and it goes far.
How big are
so
the
they'll-
eggs?
Yeah.
Like small chicken eggs, but they're soft
Hmm,
and
They're
leathery.
soft,
They're
huh?
not like hard
Huh.
eggs.
Okay.
They're
Have you
it's a
ever been
reptile.
tempted to grab a bunch of them eggs and fry them up,
and
see
cook
what they
them up?
taste like?
No,
Yeah.
no. But when I've gotten rid of them, they look like chicken eggs on the inside. So it's just,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
This is more iguana information than I ever wanted to
exactly.
Well, the yolks. I mean, a yolk is a yolk is a yolk. So, but I mean, it's
no
just-
yoking.
Yeah, no yoking around.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I didn't mean to kind of, take our float plan over to cover iguanas, but that's just what at least Barry's dealing with right now with the cold snap here in Florida.
No, I watch them just fall down and take care of them.
Yeah. Well, it's like, Joe's up there in Chicagoland area or wherever watching the snow fall, and Barry's watching iguanas fall.
Every
fall.
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you get the same warm and fuzzy feeling though,
No.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, so I guess feel grateful, Joe, that at least you don't have,
Iguanas?
iguanas falling out of trees
So,
where you
yeah.
are, just
Okay.
slightly on the chilly side of things. So,
Right.
but it keeps you in your, in your bay there where you're working on your vessel. So,
Well, I got to tell you, when it gets down 20 degrees or less,
yeah,
which we've had a couple days like that, next week will be like that. It's just too cold in the shop, even though I have heat in there and everything. It takes, because I don't run the heater at night, it
Mhm.
takes too much effort
to warm
and too
it
much
up.
energy to warm it up for a significant period of time. So, I can start in the morning and it'll take about 5-6 hours to get it up around
acceptable
55,
temperature.
60 degrees. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just not worth it on those days to go out to the shop. So,
That's research day. You open up the books,
yeah, that's a
start
research
planning
day, or
out
that's
things.
a YouTube day that I gotta make episodes from stuff I filmed or something
Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Well, now you can do a
that's-
whole episode on iguanas falling from trees in Florida.
Oh,
if you're a boater.
absolutely.
And maybe analyze their scat and find out what it is they're eating.
What
that-
is with you and poop?
Well, no, I mean, it's just like goose, isn't it? Like when they get, I mean, all that kind of stuff gets on your gel coat, can eat away at
when I
it.
had the pet iguana, it was like that. Yeah, it smells.
Yeah.
It smells bad too. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Barry and the
But
iguanas have
because
that in
it's-
common.
They eat a lot of vegetables and leafy greens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps them regular, but it
Right.
makes there's some kind of weird acid in there that will eat away at gel
I
coat if
don't
you
know.
leave it.
I don't know. All I know is they need to absorb sunlight in order to digest the food that they eat.
Okay.
Right.
And that applies
what
to
they do.
Barry the boater
That's
as
because
well.
they're cold-blooded, right?
Yeah, he's kind of cold-blooded. Yeah, he's kind of like that. All right, we'll get back on track next on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Come on, Williams, what are you standing around for here? Get on board.
Get on board. Don't fret. Don't try to.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. That is me, along with Barry the Boater. And we got Joe from Motor City Boat Works with us today. Check him out on YouTube, Motor City Boat Works. Work spelled WERKS on YouTube. And follow his boat restoration projects that he covers extensively. We're getting an update with him today. We just kind of diverted slightly on the float plan, though. Had to educate him on Florida iguanas. And give them something to be grateful for, even though it's the temperatures where he's at today are a little on the chilly side. So the cup is half full. If it's when you look, if it's full of like iguana guts, I guess.
The wintertime is my season to work on the big boat behind me, the trawler.
Yeah,
that's inside the works, and during the summer. I have the little works outside, which is this kind of covered temporary shelter. And that's where I usually have a small sailboat or something that I'm working on. So we finished the sailboat project last year around November, the Skipper 20 sailboat. It's done. All new sails, all painted, ready to go. Probably gonna launch that in the springtime. I didn't have a chance to do the sea trials. So we'll do sea trials in the springtime and show everybody what that thing is like sailing it. Mm-hmm. Should be really fun. Yeah. And in the meantime, back in the shop, working on the trawler, getting ready to do a bunch of small projects before we do the wiring on the boat, put in all of the wire for the 120 and the 12-volt system. I've been working.
You've been working on outlets and things?
What's called cutouts. Called cutouts. You have to cut out the bulkheads and the dash panels in various places where you're going to be putting in switches or instruments or equipment or routing hoses for the plumbing or running the wire when it comes time to do that.
Yeah.
And all this kind of has to be planned out ahead of time to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be both aesthetically and kind of functionally. You don't want things kind of stacked on top of each other so it looks terrible, and
Right.
you want things in the right place so that it can be used properly and it's not going to be an issue later.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you want to have it
Later on,
organized.
you'll
If you
plug
got to
something in or
get in there and futz with it a little bit, have things
yeah,
separated.
it's actually quite tedious because as you go space by space, room by room inside the boat, you realize that I've started this type of project many times.
Yeah.
In the last couple months, you're going to put in a switch, but then the question becomes, well, what about this thing that's next to it, and what about the thing that's next to that, and what's the spacing amongst all these things, just to kind of identify where the outlet's going to go, and you end up having to do other projects up to a certain point to be able to get a understanding of the physical spaces where things have to go, and also at this stage it's becoming more and more crucial to prepare for finishing. Finishing is usually putting in all the teak trim and kind of the final coats of paint and polishing and what have you, but there are many things now that you have to kind of prepare for so that the finishing job later will be much easier. Otherwise, you may have something out of order and kind of have to restart the restoration process again.
But you don't want to do
end of the project when you don't want to do it.
Heck
That's
no.
the real problem.
It's a puzzle. It sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really is. It's no.
But it's for fun. It's a challenging.
Different than doing a car, restoring a car, or an airplane, or a motorcycle, or something like that, or even remodeling a house. It's very, very similar to that. You got to kind of plan ahead, think about these things. So it's very tedious right now, and but I'm enjoying it because most of these things involve kind of unpacking and opening up some of the new components.
Right. It's like Christmas
stuff that I bought. It's like Christmas. I was in the bathroom of the boat, and I had to. I was creating a platform to raise the toilet to get it higher, and then putting in some of the switches for the electric toilet and stuff like this. And it's really fun to kind of see some of this stuff come together, get an idea what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
The only problem is not quite to the point where everything can be installed permanently, just to the point where everything can be cut out and dry fitted and temporarily kind of put together. So you begin to see what it looks like, but you're still not actually getting anything done.
Right.
Done, where it's off the list. Because a lot of times I'm putting stuff together, I'm taking it apart. Putting stuff back together, taking it apart.
Right.
And then you get to the end, okay, everything fits, it looks good, the cutouts are good, everything's great. And then at that point, you can't leave it there. You can't permanently install it because you still have to do other things, and you don't want anything to get damaged. So you basically take it out, pack it up, put it away, knowing that you could
put it in, but if you
put it back together in 5 minutes if you had to.
Right.
But you still can't get to that point. You got to wait. It's coming down the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this mental picture
from
well, I got this mental picture of you sitting on the throne and the head of your vessel, just rosy cheeks like Santa, and you're excited, and then you're like, oh crap, I got to put it out.
But you'll see, I have some episodes coming up where I talk about this, this process of doing the cutouts, for a variety of different components, and everything from the overhead nav pod where the new VHF radio is going to go, and the pneumatic air horn, and to the bathroom with the toilet and the switches and the shower sump pump and all this kind of stuff,
right?
To the outlets in the galley, and it's
going to be some good content. Yeah,
it's good. Well, the episodes are there; they're coming out, and so that's the plan. We're still working on the trawler, and
you should do it though. You should film yourself on the throne of your vessel. Holding court. That's just my 2 cents.
What I want to do is when the boat is done, and of course the bathroom is finished, right? Because I tore out the old bathroom and I made it into this full-size bathroom that's like 20 square feet, right?
Sweet. You made it the way a restroom should be, right?
The way a restroom should be.
A little.
It's like a restroom. It's like a bathroom in a small European apartment. It's full standing shower, separate toilet, separate sink, countertops, everything. And what I want to do is like see how many people I could like get inside, like film it like a clown car. Where
Okay.
you put like 15 people inside the bathroom,
Yeah.
and they just keep coming out because the bathroom is gigantic.
Sweet.
For a 27-foot boat.
I
And
say
there's
do
nothing
it.
like it.
I would watch
And
that.
I'd like to
Yeah,
do that. I think it would
absolutely.
be.
That'll be
And
fun.
preferably, I'd like to have them all be bikini babes as they come out of there. So it
Okay,
looks like,
now you-
So it looks
there
like
you
he's got the whole, I don't know, Dallas cheerleaders.
Yeah, the
team
Swedish
inside the
bikini
bathroom.
king coming
Yeah,
out of
Swedish
your
bikini team.
your
That's-
boating
that's-
head. Hmm.
Just to prove the concept of the big bathroom.
Okay.
Don't let Greg ever use it because you can't sanitize it enough when he's done.
That's not that wasn't very nice, Barry.
No, but that's true. You know that.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Okay. Well, no, that's pretty exciting stuff. And that sounds like it definitely is going to provide some interesting content for your channel
Yeah,
as
so
well.
I'm doing episodes. I have my regular episodes that I release Fridays at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
usually, and they cover projects in the boat works, the detailed how-to projects, and then some of my boat motivation kind of investigative reporting. You'll see some of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, once again, it's Motor City Boat Works, works spelled WERKS on YouTube. Check it out. More coming up.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
You have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Pirate! What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor at the light in the morning?
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. That is me, along with Barry the Boater. And we got Joe from Motor City Boat Works. He's working on his trawler, which you can see on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch right now behind him. It looks really nice, by the way. On the outside, the hull's done, everything, all the heavy lifting stuff is pretty much done in that regard, right? The exterior, the bones.
The exterior, the dirty work, yeah, pretty much. We got a little bit of paint still to do, but most of that's done. Now it's all about the systems and putting the stuff back inside the boat,
right?
Getting it all hooked up properly, making sure that I have everything, the way that I like it. I think this year the engine will be arriving to the shop, to the boat works.
Yeah.
We probably won't get it installed, but it will at least be in the shop. Maybe the solar panels too, so we can get an idea what those look like. We have mock-ups for everything right now,
right?
But we'll be able to see some of these actual things. And we were talking. I just, in addition to my regular episodes that I do now, I started doing these kind of component talks, little videos, talking about the components that I've purchased and why I selected them and what's the difference between this one and that one, and kind of showing some of this stuff up close, a little bit of unboxing and talking about some of the capabilities of some of these things, so that if you're looking for a toilet for your boat, or you're looking for a VHF radio or something like that, I can tell you about my experiences of kind of why I picked this model and what I'm doing with it. Well, those are special episodes, and they're going to be on my Patreon for the workers, for the fans of the show who support the channel. They it costs $5 a month, and they get access to some of my exclusive content, bunch of e-books and articles that I have written and had published, and these special videos will be coming out on there. And it's a way for fans to talk to me. I do my boat restoration coaching, kind of consulting,
Right.
you know, all through that. If you have a big project that you're working on and you want to ask somebody questions about, well, what do you think about this, or what should I do in this case? You can join my Patreon at a different level, and you get one-on-one access with me. We
There you
text
go.
message, we do phone calls, we
Yeah.
kind of go through the process.
Well, you learn from Joe's mistakes, so you don't make them. That's really
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of
experience.
things because I made a lot of mistakes. I'm still making mistakes, learning some new stuff every day. And it's a shame that there's not more opportunities, different places to get this kind of information. There was back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, there was Good Old Boat magazine. It was for sailboats and stuff like that. There were more how-to articles in some of the mainstream publications, and a lot of that has really dried up, and a lot of that has really become covert advertising. And while I'm no expert, I've tried to provide some of that through my YouTube channel, through my Patreon account, and kind of fill that gap because restoring a boat can be a really fun and rewarding hobby. You just have to kind of plan ahead and know a few things, maybe get a little guidance on how to do stuff so you don't hurt yourself, spend a lot of money,
Right.
or something goes wrong.
Well, that's how you do it. You model it after somebody who's been there, done that, and hopefully you can learn from their
Yeah.
experience. That's how you
was
go about that kind
counting-
of stuff.
I was
Yeah.
counting the other day. The trawler is, I want to say, the 13th boat project, restoration project that I have undertaken, and I think the sailboat's number 14, and then I have 3 more sailboats in the boatyard that we'll kind of be choosing which one's going to come next on the sailing side of
Right.
Motor City Boatworks. And so that's quite a few. Everything from sailboats, big sailboats, trailerable sailboats, runabouts, now the big pocket trawler, sibs, ribs. Sibs are soft inflatable boats, ribs.
Oh, okay.
Rigid inflatable boats or ribs. Yeah. I've done a couple of those, and dinghies, a variety of different things, because the skills are transferable. Once you kind of learn to do something, you see another boat, you say, oh, I could probably use what I learned from this one over on this project here. And and then you learn new things at all times. I have a recent episode I did. I went to Estonia to Swiss Performance Yachts. They are a kind of a wooden boat restoration specialist place on the banks of the Baltic Sea, right? And they build beautiful wooden sailboats, but they also restore wooden motor yachts from the Baltic area, Scandinavia, what have you. And in that episode, the owner of the business was telling me that he's a professional doing this now for a number of years, but even he considers himself an amateur because he's learning something new every day. And every boat presents different problems, and there's a constant learning curve of problem solving and what's the latest solutions, and trying something new that you didn't try last time, or trying to get to a better standard of finish to make it look better. And the boats his shop is doing, they are beautiful museum pieces. He has a couple boats. There's pictures on the YouTube video of the restored what's called a Riva Aquamarine speedboat. You've probably seen this. This is the James Bond wooden 50-60 cigarette style Italian speedboat.
That's where the aft end of it was sloped in an opposite
sloped,
direction
and
and
it's
all that.
all done. You spoke mahogany wood and
glossy,
everything.
and
He's restored 2 of those, and these boats are extraordinary. They're priceless. And the level that it takes to be able to do that kind of work, and the attention to detail and the problem solving for dealing with boats that, frankly, they may not have been taken very well care of, or they may have just deteriorated over time for whatever reason.
Or their technology that they use to build it is so different from what it is now. That people don't have the skills to go back and try to learn how do they do this to restore it to its original.
Right. And so it's a great episode. I have another episode coming out in February. I have 2 episodes that are coming out about
okay, let's see.
A company called Haber Yachts in Poland. And they make, in Haber Yachts in Poland, they make bespoke pocket sailboats, pilot house sailboats. And the level of construction and the innovative ideas from their owner and naval architect, Janusz Kankol, is just extraordinary. He's a fascinating individual. And it's really, these are going to be, this is something that has not been shown on YouTube before, a chance to go behind the scenes and see how they build these beautiful sailboats.
I like it. What do you think, Barry?
I think it's great. I found a story today on Trade Only. Have you ever heard of Michael Dennett Boat Builders?
No.
They're in Britain. It's a mission. They call it Mission Ready Again. A storied British yard breathes life back into classic yachts, including a few war heroes.
Yeah.
If you look it up on Trade Only, it's a great story about this little boat building company that does what you were talking about, restoring old boats.
Yeah, they have a lot of businesses and craftsmen over in the UK doing this. And they have very good wooden boat schools over there.
Well, it's the old world, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of wooden boats too that are still in service. People are
they
still
do that.
using. They're being passed down generations, and a lot of historically important wooden boats from World War II, from before, that it's really, I think they have much more historical and into it perhaps than we are.
Right. Well, there you go. That's good stuff. Joe, Motor City Boatworks. We'll get into some of the specific issues he's having with his restoration project next on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network. Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
You can't have 5 people or 10 people in a boat.
So if it is a family of 4 or 5, like husband, wife, and kids, they're going to have to pick 2 of them at a time.
They would,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Greaseball, where did you get the right to tell me how many people can come on my boat? Nobody asked that question. Whoa, really? It's on the boat or on the dock? Nobody said anything.
Sweetly sailing, darling, sweetly sailing by the sea, silver caps the ocean, we'll be sailing free.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate. That is me, along with Barry the Boater. And we got Joe from Motor City Boatworks, who...
How are you?
He finished up the sailboat. It's I guess you just got it covered up, ready for the spring launch to do the sea trials, you said?
Yeah, we always have multiple projects going on inside the Boatworks. It's just me. It's my hobby shop. And so I always like to have like one small trailerable sailboat going. The projects are fairly simple, and it's a great way to introduce people on certain aspects of boat restoration. And then we always have this monstrous 27-foot pocket trawler here that I'm building inside the shop.
Right.
And it's very complicated, and it's there's a lot of moving parts to it. It's a motor yacht, and it's designed for long term kind of cruising. It is trailerable also, but that doesn't really impact the complexity of the systems because it's got solar power and 120 volt and 12 volts and all kind of stuff going on inside there.
But ultimately, you're setting this thing up to cruise around the world.
Yeah,
the wifey.
Well, this boat probably won't go around the world, but we'll definitely I call this my Great Loop boat.
Yeah,
the Great Loop because the route you could take around the eastern half of the United States, and this is the boat that we're going to take that trip on.
Well, we had someone on the show last week, Joe, who's done the Great Loop 4.5 times.
Yeah,
right.
The half.
And he mentioned something about.
Oh, by the way, just
height.
for the record, that extra half, he didn't sink. It was on the front end. He started halfway through.
Yeah,
I have to clarify that for folks sometimes. Yes, Barry.
He did mention that the boat that does the Great Loop has to have a certain amount of height. It can't be taller than a certain amount. I don't remember what that number was.
Right, it can't be taller than a certain amount. There has to be what's called the air draft, the distance from the water, to the top of the boat.
Yeah.
In some places, you have to have a boat that has a certain draft, which is the distance from the water line, to the very bottom of the boat.
Right.
And of course, the route has a lot of different places and options and things you can or cannot do, and many people don't do the whole loop. They just kind of go and do part of it. The beauty of having a trailer boat is you can go and start one section of the loop, get to the point where you're done, load it up on the trailer and take it home and put it back in the works so that it's stored in the off season while you're doing something else. And
wait, how do you get the trailer there?
Well, you got to go back and you got to get the trailer, and you definitely got to bring it there. There's no question about that. But
or you could pay someone to drive it over and
bring it down. But I learned I had a 30-foot classic fiberglass sailboat from the early 1970s, a beautiful sailboat called an Allberg 30. And I owned that boat. That's the boat I wrote a book about. And I owned that boat for 8 years. I lived aboard it for a period of time. I took it to the Caribbean, I took it to the East Coast, took it to the West Coast, back and forth cross country, down to the Caribbean and back. Had it in Miami. And one of the things I learned from that boat weighed 10,000 pounds or more. That boat had a 3.5-foot keel, and it required a very special trailer to be able to trailer it. And you had to hire a professional boat mover with a giant lowboy special trailer to move this thing. And as my job took me cross country to different locations and into the Caribbean and wherever, well, you got to bring your boat there somehow, and shipping it is expensive, and pulling it out of the water is expensive because it weighs 10,000 plus pounds, and stepping the mast because it's so long, so big. All this kind of stuff costs money because it's not a trailerable boat. And right, Barry, you have a trailerable boat. You bring it home.
Oh yeah.
You got to fix something. You're talking about your transducer broke off or whatever. You're able to kind of fix it, figure out what you want to do. You're not paying a yard to haul the thing out,
Correct.
put it back in, and doing all this. It really, a trailerable boat, even a big trailerable boat, really gives you the ability to do a lot of DIY stuff on the boat. Take your time, figure out what you want to do. Big project, small project, you can really do that. Problem is when you have a boat that weighs 16,000, 20,000 pounds, you're stuck. That's a big boat. There's no doubt about it.
For sure. Yeah.
And so the Albin 27, this boat, when they came from the factory, they weighed about 6,500, 7,000 pounds. I'm going to guess we'll be under 10,000 pounds when I'm done with the boat. And I'm hoping that we'll be very close to the 7,500 empty tanks. I think we will be, because a lot of the wood and a lot of the bulkheads and a lot of stuff inside the boat has been replaced with composite boat building materials like Coosa board, which is 40% lighter than marine plywood. And so I think, and the engine's, smaller and lighter because it's a modern engine. I think we'll be very good on weight.
So 7,500 pounds,
I'm guessing 7,500, 8,000 pounds.
That's the sweet spot you're looking for.
Yeah, and then we'll have a trailer that's probably 2,000 pounds. So that's, you're looking at 10,000 pounds that you need to be able to haul, but you can do that with a modern 150 truck, F-150 truck, or a
Honda Ridgeline
250.
Yeah.
No,
Black Edition.
Not a Ridgeline. But you could tow it with
Thank you, Joe.
You could tow it with a 250 for a 3/4 ton truck from 10, 15, 20 years ago, no problem.
Right.
And
well, you were
that's the
right
plan.
before
And I
we
just
went on
wanna-
the air. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I just want to be able to move the boat because it would sure be nice. Or maybe we do the Great Loop, maybe we do part of the Great Loop, and then we say, hey, you know what? This summer or this winter, or this fall, whatever, we're gonna go pre-stage in the Pacific Northwest so that we can be ready
Gives
to
you more
go do
options.
whatever,
Yeah.
Alaska, British Columbia, and you pick up the boat, you trailer it, take it where you want, you do it on your own dime,
Right.
and very economical compared to paying somebody because it's thousands of dollars to do that.
Right.
And this is what gave me the idea that it might be possible to take this boat, put it on the triple axle trailer, and do a roll on, roll off, have it shipped to Europe.
Okay.
And you roll the trailer just like you would move a car or a caravan or RV.
Right.
You would, put this thing on there and they take it over and you take it off. Of course, you got to park the trailer somewhere, but you can at least put the boat in the water, go do what you got to do. I don't know. There might be some logistical feasibilities that got to be worked out doing that.
Yeah.
It might be too expensive. Prior to COVID-19, it was not possible to do that. But it may be cost prohibitive now. I don't know with the
you set yourself up to give you options.
That's the whole idea. That's what a trailerable boat gives you. It gives you options.
Yeah. Now, you were saying right before we went on the air today, though, some of the little minute things you're trying to navigate right now are just whether you put in USB-A ports or C ports.
Yeah. So, I got ready to put in 12-volt USB outlets, charge your phones, charge whatever. And what I wanted was USB-C outlets to do this. And I looked around, and of course, they make them for non-marine applications, right? You can get them for the house, you can get them for your car. But in the marine environment, we need to have generally certain materials, certain quality materials, they need to be done a certain way. And finding something that's marinized or suitable for a marine environment can be difficult. And 12 months ago, there was only one type of marinized USB outlet that I could find that was accessible. Now, in Europe, they have some other stuff that we don't necessarily have. And they may have other options, but for us in the United States, using your big box chandleries, West Marine, Defender, whatever, there's only certain things that are offered.
Right. Well, once again, if you go to Motor City Boat Works and follow Joe on YouTube, you'll learn these little nuggets, and it could save you thousands, let alone a big headache when you find out something silly as that could create such a problem. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up for this week. Till next time, remember, whether it is sail or motor,
life is better as a boater.
Safe boating, everyone.
Here, you barnacle-bitten swab.
World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.